Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thrive with Nancy. It's a podcast on crafting a fulfilling 100-year life for yourself. You'll be challenged to consider strategies to thrive on your extended century career journey that you're facing now. Thank you for tuning in to another thought-provoking episode of Thrive with Nancy. Now let's get down to it and explore the profound implications of living to be 100. Adjustments to your planning, approach, aspirations, and career repositioning are definitely called for at this time. And that's my expertise. Have you pondered the sizable changes you'll need to generate? Certainly it will impact you financially as well as with your health plans, neither of which I've got to confess are within my bailiwick. However, it better be part of your future preparation. It may feel overwhelming, but as you embark on this journey with me, you'll uncover skills you already possess, as well as identifying areas where you need to expand your exploration. Think about it from this point of view. You have years of experience. Since the day you were born, you've been collecting knowledge, skills, and expertise to support your life journey. Up until now, much of your accumulated knowledge when it comes to your career has been centered on a narrow field of expertise. But in this elongated career expectations for yourself, consciously reshaping and preparing for the next in your career is crucial and broader because the fourth quarter of your career is going to be very different than anything you've experienced before. You already own one indispensable skill, adaptability. Haven't you been successful in overcoming barriers on your path to your current career? I bet you have been. And if you're people that know me, I know you have overcome those barriers. This conversation is merely another side of the same practice you established early in your career. As you face the prospect of working years longer than any previous generation, recalibration is essential. If the thought of extending your working years isn't thrilling, I gotta tell you, the fourth stage of your career is where you have the freedom to seek fulfillment and enjoyment. So start looking forward to it. Right now, much of your focus is likely on how high or how influential you envision your today career and what you must do to bring it to fruition. You can't stop achieving your short-term goals. After all, this stage of your career will be funding the final stage of your fourth quarter career. And you can't take your eyes and preparation off your long game. Consider, you're on two career development trajectories simultaneously. One, driving for your success today, and the other, identifying new areas of interest and passions that light up your heart for your extended career. Many ideas will emerge from your childhood and teen years. I'm betting my bottom dollar on that. Is there something you always wanted to do but couldn't because you needed to provide for your family and their future? Now is the time to revisit those early dreams to see if there are any sparks that still remain that you'd like to test out. And keep in mind, the funds you're saving now permits you to lean into passion, not simply financial requirements. Additionally, downsizing as empty nesters reduces money pressures. What would you really, really want to do with the fourth quarter of your life? Now's the time to think about it. And don't tell me nothing, because most of the women executives I've coached through the years on this area are looking to be productive. But, and that's a big but, with a reduced, pressurized work pace. They want to labor at something that is meaningful to them. What stands in your way? You. In this fourth, less driving career stage, central to your success is wrestling with your ego, or you'll always do what you've always done, and that in no way will enhance a smooth transition or give you the fourth stage of your life that will have your heart leaping in excitement and joy. For much of your career, even today, it's been about pressing for more money, promotions, and influence. However, at some point, this is not feasible when facing a career outlook longer than you initially expected when you first started working. Even with improved health care, you can anticipate slowing down physically, yet have many years of productive life left in front of you. Such a shift means taking your transferable wisdom earned during your career to date, along with your consciously cultivated mastery for the next stage of your career, and kind of mush them all together. You're no longer climbing the corporate ladder. Instead, you're downshifting into a less high-pressured calling. It's about crafting a new direction toward more enjoyment. You may be an executive desiring to stay in the corporate community, perhaps as a strategic advisor, or perhaps you're interested in tackling a brand new industry. There are so many ways you can work on a successful fourth quarter now, once you've identified who you want to be. Have you ever thought of shadowing someone who is doing exactly what you envision and would enjoy doing? Did you know that there is such a thing as vacations? Yes, there are companies out there that match you with a job you might want to consider doing. Check it out. Go on a vacation. Or you can interview employees in various industries to see if there's a match to what you long to do. And there are so many other options to explore before you even transition to another industry. Because once you identify your end goal, it's a good strategy to begin developing the skills or credentials essential to gain entrance long before you arrive at the fourth quarter of your lifespan. Preparation is everything. Ready to unwrap career evolutions? You've heard of Airbnb. I know you have. You've probably stayed in one. But did you understand what happened at its genesis? They not only turned the hotel industry on its ears, they also demonstrated a snapshot of future employment for the elder worker. Chip Conley joined Airbnb after selling his company and retiring from his role as founder, creator, CEO of 50 boutique hotels. The three co-founders of Airbnb asked him to evolve the organization into a more hospitality-driven company. Chip became the company's modern elder influencer. It was a role he relished. If this interests you, and I hope it does, he's written a number of books on his experience, which I highly recommend. And he also launched the Modern Elder Academy. Check it out. Or your future may look more like a client who retired, bought a yacht, and captained, along with her husband, tourists interested in sailing out-of-the-way spots around the Caribbean. This career reorientation necessitated many skills far different from her senior leadership expertise in the pharmaceutical industry. Because she wasn't focused exclusively on today in her career, but had identified what was next, she began the lengthy certification process years before she left one industry to leap into another one. I still sometimes get postcards from the Caribbean sharing how happy and fulfilled this new venture is for Amanda and her husband. Gosh, I love seeing these beautiful postcards coming into me. These two stories illustrate the delightful possibility when you proactively plan for a satisfying four-stage career. A grand finale doesn't just happen. Hey, on an aside, since you're on a longer career journey than anticipated, make sure you're having fun while doing it. After all, who would want to devote additional years only to be bored for all of them? We're not talking survival. We're talking leaping in joy. I certainly wouldn't, and I can't imagine you would either. I'm passionate about this topic, clearly. It lights me up. I've been traveling this longer career journey for years, and I will continue to do so right along with you. If you're interested in exploring the topic further, I would be happy to talk to you about it. Simply visit ThriveWithNancy.com and schedule a free 45-minute discovery session with me. We'll have a blast. Finally, for all of the magnificent executive women out there ready for planning an extended fourth quarter career, creating a powerful I am statement you commit to saying aloud for 30 days will help jumpstart your brain. It will certainly aid you along the way. Something like, I am changing and adapting, growing and developing, and loving and serving others for a vital career experience for years to come. Visit Thrive with Nancy to check out all the available free resources. If you're excited to create new opportunities in your career, isn't now the time to experience your Strategic Edge program? It is where you and I create a full-on partnership. Sign up for a free strategic call at www.thrivewithnancy.com/executive. You should know by now that no successful executive reaches the top or even arrives at their next destination alone. I would love to be there as we celebrate all your wins on this journey. I'm thrilled you've listened to the Thrive with Nancy podcast. My intention is to offer quick tips designed for you to apply right away, ones that will boost your career immediately. I bet you're already considering ways to implement these new ideas. Perfect! Now, if you do me a favor, pass the podcast link on to those who will benefit, your friends and coworkers. Thanks so much.